everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another Redmond Roundup with a show full of crazy events, mad scenes, players going, players coming in, and it may just be the case that Liverpool have completed their first summer transfer signing. But first and foremost, let's talk about a few other things. Today's video, I want to delve into the game, I want to delve into the players leaving, but most importantly, and I want to dedicate most time to this topic, I want to speak about Alexis Mac Allister, the type of player that he is, and what we can add, or what we can then have something added when he joins, because it is likely that it's going to happen. First and foremost, smash a like only if you enjoy. Second of all, it's boss to see us all. And third of all, if I'm looking like a scruff, it's because I am. I've just woke up like 10 minutes ago, so I feel like whenever you get scruffy Redmond, that's setting yourself up for a prime 8 to 10 minutes of Redmond content. But first and foremost, I feel like everyone wants me to talk about Mac Allister, but I'm going to touch on the players leaving. So today, it has been confirmed by Liverpool Football Club that Milner's going, Firmino's going, Oxlade and Naby Keita. So James Milner is going to Brighton. Firmino's not confirmed to go anywhere, and the same goes for Oxlade and Naby Keita. Now, I actually want to know your feelings on, because I know what our feeling is on James Milner and Bobby Firmino. The legends, we wish them the best. What's your opinion on Naby and Ox? I think Ox gets a lot more love, but weirdly enough, Naby Keita has done more than Oxlade-Chamberlain in a Liverpool shirt. Not the first season when Oxlade first came in, because Oxlade was unreal. And then, to be fair, even when we won the league, I think Oxlade stepped it up a little bit more than Keita. But otherwise, I don't think it's a definitive race out of both of them to say one did way more than the other, and yet Keita gets so much hate. I get it, but I just don't understand why it's not reciprocated for Ox, and maybe it's just because Ox is funnier, he's more of a personality, but maybe I just missed something there, you know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of Naby Keita either. I do think he's a bit of a bitch, like, you know, he just causes up a little bit of a fuss sometimes, but genuinely, heart of heart, I hope he goes, and I just wish him the best. But anyway, they're fucking off. We need to get some new life into the football club, because Naby Keita should have never joined. Oxlade-Chamberlain is a year overdue about leaving. Same with James Milner. And Bobby Firmino's the only one that's leaving right now that I think, you know what, fair play for keeping him to this point. But we are looking at Alexis Mac Allister now. If at any point throughout the video I call him Gary Mac Allister, just slap me on the wrist and know I'm talking about an Argentinian fella called Alexis. Alexis Mac Allister has got 10 goals and 1 assist in the Premier League this season. He is a mixture of, do you know the ginger guy who works on Bobby Lee's podcast? He's a mixture of him and Lionel Messi combined, but he has beautiful football skills. Now, I am not a stats man, but when I look at his stats, 10 goals and 1 assist in a Brighton team like this, and overall he's got 16 goals for Brighton in the Premier League. 10 of those goals came this season. In all competitions he's got 11 goals this season, and he is getting into those prime years, so to speak. Oh, not to mention he's a World Cup winner, so he's got that experience of being Premier League proven, won a World Cup, played with the who's in football, and I also like the fact that he's South American. I get that there's culture differences, and I get some people don't like the culture in specific areas in South America. But you know, when it gets translated to football, my favourite players come from that part of the world. Luis Suarez for me, and I've said, there's things that I'll say about Luis Suarez that I'm just not afraid to admit. I will never, ever, ever, ever find a version of Cristiano Ronaldo, for instance, who was as good as Luis Suarez was for that 13-14 to Barcelona period. I just won't. And he comes from that area of the country. Neymar, another brilliant player. Loads of play. Lionel Messi, the greatest player of all time by far. Maradona, the second greatest player of all time by far. Like, these players all come from that area of the world. And even Darwin Núñez, who, even though he didn't do it with me, he massively resonated with the Liverpool fans straight away. There was something about Darwin Núñez that just reflected onto the Liverpool fans, like, yeah, this kid's going to go out and he's going to leg it for the team, and he's going to put all of his passion, fight and heart into it. And that really does, especially with Liverpool fans, resonates massively. So if he comes in, sees the likes of Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz and stuff like this, I feel like that's an exciting prospect for Alexis. I feel like he's going to come in, he's going to see his boys, he's going to see Alisson, he's going to see Fabinho, and it's just going to be one big, beautiful South American party. And they all love Jesus. Shout out to Jesus, my Lord himself. Jesus, they can all love Jesus together, because we all love Jesus, and this, that and the other. So hopefully, in the name of Jesus, we get Alexis and then we win league titles. How about that? I feel like that sounds like a good plan. Don't you, Jesus? But I do hope Alexis Mac Allister can come in, and I'm calling him Alexis to make it very assertive that I'm calling him Alexis and not Gary Mac Allister. Shout out to the legend himself. But I do believe he can add something to our team. Now, what is Alexis Mac Allister good at? He's good at loads of things. He's just one of those more technical players. Do you know when you look at a footballer when you're younger and you see, you know what, you've got a good bit of technical ability. Yeah, you could probably do more keepy-ups than I can. He's looking at Jordan Henderson that exact same way. It's like, Jordan Henderson, you're a boss footballer, have done a lot of great things, phenomenal captain, but I can do more keepy-ups than you. And for that reason, I'm here to take your place. A little less extreme than what he's here to actually do, which is win us trophies. But you get the point, is that Alexis is here to make a statement, and he walks right into that first team because he's got the passing range, and we need that more offensive midfielder in our midfield. Then also we need someone who's a bit more technically sweet on the ball, but not to mention he is a good crosser. And although he doesn't get many assists as well, it's just another element to where you've got one more midfielder who can ping that ball into Salah or find Luis Diaz when he's running in behind, or the new and improved Gakpo's on nearly 10 goals this season. So all in all, good signing. All in all, will benefit the team. And the only way, I mean, you saw Alexis play against us. He's a good player, so do know when it comes to looking out for him, it's just the on-the-ball stuff. And what's even beautiful to see Alexis Mac Allister develop over time in the Premier League is his off-the-ball work. He really works hard off the ball, so Jurgen Klopp loves a player like that all day. And again, that South American shithousery, give me it all there, mate. Give me it all fucking there. But we have got Aston Villa today at 3 o'clock. I'm going to do a post-match reaction to that game against, good evening, Unai Emery. A manager that I haven't liked playing in the past. Like, he's just been an horrible bar stool. He took away my Europa League when Jurgen Klopp first joined the club. And now he's made me recognise Gerrard's done a really, really poor job with Aston Villa. So when Gerrard joined, I thought Gerrard was the almighty bossness because he won the league with Rangers. Then he massively underachieved with Aston Villa, and that's been proven tenfold by Unai Emery, because he's came in, steadied the ship, and actually made the ship go a little bit quicker because they're now 7th or 6th. Massive incentive for Aston Villa to win today. But it is the last game for the big boys as well, the Bobbies, the James Milners. None of them are going to play, but here's the thing. It is one of those times where last home game, fans are going to be up for it. We need to win. Out of the last 2 games of the season, this is the one that matters most. We've literally got Southampton, a game that means 0 next week. This game is the one that matters. If we win this game, any glimmer of top 4 lies in these 90 minutes. It doesn't lie on Newcastle no more. Yeah, well, it does. And it does with Man United. But what I mean is that we can't just go into the end of the season, not get top 4 because we drop points. If we're not going to get top 4, it's got to be, we went on a 9-game winning streak. Shame it wasn't a 10-game winning streak, but we done everything we could. It weren't like we won that first game of the 9 and then we bottled the 4th one. At least we went out and we maximised our performances and our results at the end of the season. Because I'm here to take positives where I can get them. And that's a positive to me. If you're winning 8 out of your last 9 games, and you might have dropped points to Aston Villa or Southampton, that's crap because you had a crap season before. Whereas if you win every game but then still miss out on top 4, at least I can sit there proudly as a fan and say, you know what, you went out swinging, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. At least you've shown you cared about the football club and you didn't just roll down on your back crying because it's not gone your way this season. So I like the mentality that the boys have shown. I'm praying that they can go out there and do a job. And I'm hoping, while these players are leaving, and I really want you to tell me in the comments down below, not only what you think about Mac Allister, but also just like what you think about Liverpool's transfer plan. Was the likes of Milner, Naby, Oxlade kept here too long? Because I think they most certainly was. But then also what you think about these last 2 games of the season. That'd be grand, because I don't have a clue what's going on, guys. I've been in and out of football all season, so you're going to need to catch me up with your expertise. But anyway, I love every single one of you. Love to you and your mothers. And I will see you all in a bizzle. Peace out.